Welcome back to Everyman EDC. In a previous video, I told you guys about 5 tiny knives that had a huge impact. And you were quick to point out to me in all your comments that I missed a few that should have been included. So today I'm going to talk about the rest of the knives that I didn't include in that last video. And this is going to be the totality of all the knives that are tiny that are worth having. So let's get into it. The first knife we're going to look at today is one that just came out in January of 2026, and it's one I've already fallen in love with and I'm regularly carrying it. And that's the Kizer Micro. The Micro is small in the pocket, but in the hand it punches way above its size. The finger choil actually works. It lets you get a true full hand grip, and compared to some other knives we'll look at it later, it feels incredibly secure during use. You really get control even for heavier cuts. It also features a button liner lock, which I know makes a lot of you guys happy because you can have that one-handed opening and closing effortlessly while keeping the blade secure. You don't have to worry about getting your hands in front of that blade. The action's snappy yet smooth, and it's the knife that inspires confidence when you need it most. Even though it disappears in a fifth pocket, it doesn't feel like a compromise. It's small, yes, but it doesn't feel limited. For tasks like opening box, slicing rope, or even food prep on the go, this knife works as well as many larger folders. Now you might be asking, Tim, why in the world would we want to carry such a small knife? Well, the reason I like to carry a small fifth pocket knife, that pocket in your jeans that, you know, sometimes it'll call it a coin pocket. The reason those are so helpful is because they're a knife that you can always carry with you. Whether it's a small knife that goes in those jeans, or it goes in some work pants, or maybe you wear it with some shorts. You could even probably wear some of these with gym shorts. They're so light. This is a knife that you can have with you every day. And it's going to be a knife that you can use to open packages or cut cordage or whatever those daily things that you need to do. The next knife we're going to look at is one that's been around for a couple years now, and that's the CJRB Malaya. The Malaya is a very compact knife that focuses on speed, action, and cutting efficiency. Its detent is crisp and the blade snaps open cleanly, making deployment extremely fast. To me, the strength of the CJRB is in its deployment. Its detent is crisp and the blade snaps open cleanly, making deployment extremely fast. The multiple deployment options, whether you prefer the thumb studs or the front flipper, give it flexibility depending on how you like to carry or use a small knife. You get a surprising amount of usable cutting edge for such a short overall length, making it excellent for controlled everyday tasks like cutting packages, opening letters, or light field work. It's quick, precise, and really rewarding to use if you enjoy knives that respond instantly. This one shines if speed and versatility are the thing that are really important to you. The goal is not to have the biggest knife, it's to have a knife that is going to be reliable, that you can pull out of your pocket and that you can have with you every day. The third knife we're going to look at today is the Cancept Little Main Street. The Little Main Street is the smallest feeling knife in the hand out of this lineup. It's slim, lightweight, and very refined. Perfect if you want something that almost disappears in your pocket compared to some of the other knives here. It's less hand feeling, but that's exactly the design intent. One standout feature here is the crossbar lock. Some people prefer this because you don't have to place your fingers in front of the blade when closing it, unlike a liner or frame lock. This is a small touch that really improves safety and makes the knife feel thoughtful in its design. It's ideal for precision and low-profile tasks, from small utility cuts to everyday carry where minimal bulk is the priority. This is a knife that I often carry when I have a little bit of a dressier event I need to go to. And the Little Main Street comes in a lot of really nice options when it comes to different steels and different looks to them. And this may be one that you want to consider for that night out. The fourth knife on my list today is the QSP Mini Penguin. The Mini Penguin is essentially a shrunken workhorse. Compared to the Little Main Street, it has more hand presence and feels robust in actual use. It's thicker, heavier, and carries a feeling of durability, which is great for users who want a tiny knife but still appreciate a solid, utility-minded tool. If you don't mind the liner lock, this one is done really well. The scale is cut out for an easy access, and the liner has jimping to make it effortless and safe to disengage. It trades a bit of pocket comfort for a blade shape that's proven and easy to use, making it the knife in the lineup that feels closest to a traditional EDC folder in a tiny format. The last knife on my list, number 5, is the Baby Banter But not the original Baby Banter. That made my first list, the Baby Banter 2 Touch Grass. The Baby Banter 2 TG is the most balanced and unique knife in this lineup. It includes tweezers and a toothpick, which makes it stand out if you like having a few extra tools without adding bulk. Definitely nice to have the options of having one tool that can do multiple things. It also features a lock bar, giving that solid, confidence-inspiring feel when the blade is deployed. It offers more comfort than some of the ultra compact options while still being smaller than thicker working focus knives. Nothing about it is extreme, and that's exactly why it works. It disappears into a fifth pocket, but still feels natural to use. For everyday carry, this knife is the one I'd pick if I wanted a combination of usability and extra utility in a very small package. Small knives force thoughtful design. If you get a big knife, a lot of times something in that design may not be quite what you want, but the reality is the bigger size, you can kind of hide some flaws. In a small knife, you can't hide a flaw in the design because it'll show up immediately in hand. It won't be comfortable. It won't work right. There'll just be something about it that does not work. And these 5 knives are all knives that I think they've done a good job on design. Are they all perfect? No. Are they all something that I'm going to use for every task? I'm going to use all of them, but they're going to have different tasks. So if you're looking for a small knife, these are 5 that you definitely can consider and find the one that makes sense to you. Are you really concerned about having a knife that you can close without putting your fingers in front of the blade? Well, there's some options here for you. Are you want one that you're going to be able to work all day opening packages? Oh, there's probably one here that works best for you as well. Or maybe you are looking for that one that's just for those special occasions. Whatever you need, one of these knives is going to work for you. If you're into honest EDC gear discussion, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then comment down below. Have you carried any of these knives? Are there any of these knives that you're like, you know what, after watching this video, I do think I want to go get it? I'll leave links down below that you guys can find these knives. And I'm going to leave a link as well for you to go watch the other video where I talk about the other tiny knives that I absolutely love.